Hello everyone, after a long time without posting anything, today I will show you how to clean the dirty seats in your car or even in your living room and get such results like brand new. In the first step, we will remove the seat from the car. You can also work on the car itself, but the cleaning process can mess up your car's interior and you will also get better results when the seat is removed. Also, this video was filmed on relatively cold days in Israel and it would have taken a long time for the seat to dry completely in a closed car. In every car, the seat is attached to the floor with 4 bolts. If you have a French car like mine, expect this to be Torx bolts, in my case Torx 40. We remove the 4 bolts. There is one at each side. We will start with the front bolts. The first will be the front right bolt. Since the seat is high, I recommend getting an extension so that it's easier to access the bolt. We will move on to the front left bolt and loosen it too. In order to access the rear bolts, we will move the seat forward. In manually controlled seats, you need to lift the lever located under the seat and push it forward. In the case of power seat like this one, you need to push the button and be patient. Very patient. Okay, that's it. This is still not enough to get good access, so I also use the lift control of the seat, which also shifts it a little farther forward. I continue to remove the rear right bolt, and now that it is out, only the rear left bolt remains. And that's it. Before we remove the seat completely, there are a few more desirable steps to make it easier to remove it from the vehicle. First, I return the seat to its lowest position, thus shrinking the dimensions of the entire unit. Then, by folding the backrest, I created enough space to remove the headrest, which adds quite a bit of height to the seat and makes it difficult to remove it from the vehicle. Most modern vehicles have airbags in the seat, so after moving the power seat to the desired position, we disconnect the battery and then unplug the connector located under the seat. This connector is not only connected to the airbag in the seat, but also to the seat controls. Some vehicles have other connectors and harnesses, for example, for the seat heater or the seatbelt sensor. Make sure you have disconnected all the connectors and also remove them from their mounting points on the bottom of the seat, as I did with this harness. Now there is nothing preventing the seat from getting out of the vehicle. In order not to scratch the door seals, I placed cardboard on them and pulled the seat out. Now that the seat is out, there is enough room to clean all the dirt that has been sitting under it on the carpet. We will leave that for later. Let's load the seat on a shopping cart and take it inside for cleaning. There are many cleaning products on the market, but I decided to try a simple rags and fabric spray that anyone can buy at any store. According to the instructions, for fabric it's advisable to spray on the brush and not directly on the fabric. But I think I know better, so I decided to try spraying the foam on the seat and then forcing it inside the fabric. In my case, the seat in the center is made of fabric, and the sides are made of leather. So I sprayed the part that is made of fabric and then inserted the foam using the brush. You can use a manual brush and work hard, but I want to recommend to you here the simple and relatively cheap device that I use, a powered brush that comes with several heads. In this case, I used a round fine brush head. The brush works well and the battery lasts long enough for such jobs. You can use it for all kinds of uses, not only in the car but also at home. This product costs a little over 30 bucks and I leave you a link in the video description so that you can purchase one yourself. After going over all the parts of the seats with the brush, I took the small brush again and with some elbow grease gave some love to the small areas that the large powered brush didn't reach. If you are going to work on something, do it once and do it good. To avoid chemicals sitting on the leather and possibly drying it out or ruining it, I wiped it down pretty quickly and then sprayed a cleaning product that also protects leather, plastic and vinyl. You can see that after a good wipe, it was shiny and fresh again. Let me tell you that this is an almost 12-year-old seat. Impressive, right? Next, we'll pour a cup of hot water and add the secret ingredient. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's just a teaspoon of baking soda. We give it a light stir and leave the cup to cool down. While life goes on, the cars drive and concrete monsters continue to be built, the water cools down a bit so that we can work with a liquid that is warm and not super hot, so it won't damage the sponge and fabric of the seat. Well, what's left for us now? Hard work. Take the small brush and start inserting the water with the soda into the seat. Breaking up the dirt with the power brush is not enough. This step helps neutralize bad odors and also breaks down dirt that may still be left despite the first step we did. After I went through the entire seat, well, look for yourself at the water in this cup that was clear until a moment ago. This is just a hint of what we will see later. Go over it one more time with the power brush to spread the cleaner well. And since applying pressure while rotating affect the brush speed, I decided to disassemble the brush head and scrub the fabric manually. Now for the fun part. Wet vacuuming. I use a wet vacuum cleaner that speeds up the drying process, but don't worry because we didn't really wet the seat dramatically. Even drying in the open air with the help of the sun will give us full and final dry result. It will maybe take a little bit longer. After the wet vacuum, the seat is a little bit wet, so you need to let it dry. In this case, it's January and it's cold. I let it sit for 24 hours, a whole day, before I put it back on the car. But in the Israeli summer, a few good hours of sunlight will be enough. The seat continued to dry in the balcony. Look at all the dirt that's inside the vacuum cleaner. It's time. The seat is dry and now we can take it to the car and assemble it in reverse order. Put it in place in the car. There are plastic mounts in the floor of the car that the seat fits into, and this makes the job significantly easier. You don't have to align it before inserting the bolts into place. Good job for the French people. Plug the seat control and airbag connector and return it to its mounting point. It will also be possible to move the seat and continue the work. First, moving it back will give us access to the front bolts. One on the right side, one on the left side. Moving the seat forward and up all the way will give us access to the rear bolts. Also here, one on the right side and one on the left side. All the bolts are in place, we can finally tighten them to the desired torque. Last thing that is important to put back in place is the headrest, so we will recline the seat a little and put it back in place. And that's it! The entire process to clean the seats in your car yourself. If you liked the video, give it a like and tell me what you think in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to subscribe and watch more videos like this one.